Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He, the reason you see me.
Death of a comedian in South Haven, Mississippi. 52-year-old Reginald Carroll was shot and killed last week, and 38-year-old Katt Williams has been charged in his death. People we talked to said the two were very familiar with each other. Posts on social media say Carroll was recently on tour with Katt Williams, and multiple people tell WREG the suspect served as security for Williams. WREG Shay Arthur spoke with a lifelong friend of Carroll's who says his family wants answers.
Tonight, many in mourning after the death of 52-year-old comedian Reggie Carroll. But beyond providing laughs, loved ones say he was also a father and a veteran.
I'm kind of like baffled now.
Carroll was killed last week. South Haven police say he was shot at a home on Burton Lane. No one answered the door there today. Since his reported death 6 days ago, WREG has been pushing for answers. So have Carroll's loved ones in his hometown of Baltimore, Maryland.
No one's talking right now.
Camp Earl Mitchell says he's known Reggie for years.
People asking why, they don't understand, because last time everyone talked to him, his spirit is always different. So, he's laughing and joking, it's one of them things where though you see a person today and don't see him the next day.
He says Reggie has been touring with another well-known comedian, Katt Williams, and has recently been in the South Haven area.
He had moved down there with Katt, while they was on tour. So they was on tour together, so he had moved down there, to stay with him while they was on tour.
Several people have told WREG the person police have charged with Reggie's death, Katt Williams, has at one point served as security for Katt. Reggie's friend believed everything was positive.
It's the type of people that you be around sometimes that bring negative energy. We talked like a few days, whatever, before his passing, and it was no indication to me that he was around no one like that.
He's hoping his family gets answers soon. For your news leader in South Haven, Shay Arthur, WREG News Channel 3.
All right, lots of questions from those who knew him. And Katt Williams does not have any bond information. He's set to be in court later this week.
Wow, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Guys, we've been covering this, man. Just trying to make sense of it all. It's all over the internet, man. Make sure you guys download Boss Talk 101 app. But guys, let's just get all the way into it, man. OG, you there?
Man, I'm right here, man. The saga continues.
It's everywhere on the internet, man. They got questions. And the main thing people keep asking, OG, is where is Katt Williams? That's what people keep wanting to know. Everybody's accusing and saying this. And like I said, I'm not implementing him to be this or that. But as I told you before, you would think that he would come out and say something in behalf of the family because he is a part of the, part of that whole clique. That everybody that's speaking out is people who are connected to Katt Williams. So I don't think he's, like I said, I don't think he'll come out. It seems as if he's almost on the run. He's just not dealing with it, OG.
And as I said before, he ain't got a dog in that fight. He ain't supposed to say nothing. I was looking at the dark web. They say that Shannon Sharp picked him up from his mansion.
What?
And they rode away. They rode away in a white Maserati.
A white Maserati? No. OG, I'm telling you right now, they already got on me about laughing because you make me laugh all the time. You crazy as hell. But I'm telling you right now, it almost reminds me of when OJ had got blamed and he took off like he did in that white Bronco. Yeah, in that white Bronco. It was a white Bronco that took off. I don't know if you was around. You remember when that Bronco took off like it did?
What you mean, do I remember? Man, I was in prison. We watched all the news. We watched.
Oh, you was locked up when that happened?
Yes, I was.
And you watched the trial? Y'all didn't have nothing else to do but watch TV.
I was in Ironwood State Prison, the worst prison in American history.
Ironwood State Prison?
Oh, man. That's the closest thing to being in hell without dying.
Ironwood State Prison, man. And I'm telling you now, man, when I first started coming, I was like, cause here we are on, I think it's day 6, man, but It's like when you first start coming, like where is Katt Williams at in this whole situation? I don't see him coming out. I kind of starting to agree with you, OG, even though I hate to. You said early on that he wasn't, he ain't gonna come out and ain't gonna be nothing to where he can involve himself pretty much. But I can't understand why he wouldn't come out. So I'm confused on that. Why wouldn't he come out?
What I'm gonna come out for? I'm not gonna implicate myself. Here's a comedian that worked with me. Here's a security that be with me, and somebody dead. But it's just like I explained to you earlier. Allegedly, Katt Williams got a $4 million house on 10 acres of land in Mississippi, and they're in an Airbnb in New Haven. He didn't invite him to his house. It was enough in a $4 million house. It was enough room for all of them to be in there. But somebody elected to put everybody in another house.
Somebody did, but again, like I told you, the house, and they keep knocking on this door. This is the third person I done seen. What are they expecting to find in a house that everybody been gone out of for the last 6-7 days? Every news reporter going over there knocking on that door need their butt
knocking on the door.
They keep knocking on the door of a place,
empty house, an Airbnb. So, and the people that already put them out, they didn't put a note on the door. You can't be killing folks in houses that we written to y'all.
So why do they keep knocking on the door, OG?
That's for views and likes. We knocked at the door and nobody answered. Nobody's gonna answer, fool.
I don't understand. The news reporters keep going over there to that door. I done seen one yesterday. Now today they killing knock, 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 knock. Like, what are you looking for in the house, man? Them folks long gone. If anybody was there in a dang, somebody got killed in the house, in front of the house, ain't nobody gonna be at that house, especially if they not even from that city, OG.
Well, they trying to piece it together because the man wasn't found in the house. They had him out on the curb. So people are trying to assess whether he was shot in the house or whether he was shot somewhere else and brought to the house. It's still up in the air where the actual crime took place. And then they said that they got Trinell, they got him arrested, but they never said they got the murder weapon.
Yeah, and that's what they never said they got the murder weapon. Then I even heard rumors that it was self-defense. I did hear that throughout all the stuff that's all over the internet, and basically, he's self-defense. But the main thing people want to know, OG, is where is Katt Williams at? I'm telling you, that's the main thing. What is he doing? Why he ain't said nothing? The family even sending out paperwork documenting that he ain't came out. People trying to figure out where he's at when it comes down to this situation. I hadn't seen nothing on it. Nothing. It's crickets. Everything's quiet right now.
Well, he got a show Saturday, so if he don't show up for the show,
whoa, he do got a show Saturday?
Yes, he do.
I thought they canceled that tour.
They ain't canceled. Who said that? Who told you that?
I thought they canceled it because of this death. Man, he lost a friend, bud.
You know how many people died? White people want their money, man.
So
they put too much preparation on this show. One dead person does not stop the show. It's prepared. Well, they need to hold the show up. Ain't nobody holding us. They got to replace it with another comedian. They didn't got who in the hell did they get to replace him?
What?
I think they was getting Willis, but I don't think so.
But here it is when they come out, and you're right, OG, and I'm gonna tell you why you're right. As far as the show don't stop, because I've seen it over the years, time and time again. When somebody pass away, the show goes on, whether it's BET, wherever the show might be, or auditorium, and the only thing they do is put their picture up on a big mumbo screen and say, let's have a moment of silence. And they keep going, don't they? They put it on the Mojo screen and say, let's have a moment of silence.
It's called the Jumbotron.
The Jumbotron. There you go. They put it up. I've seen that for years. So I can't say that I disagree with you, man. I don't know if Katt and them gonna keep going. Him and Monique, I think it's that guy Red, and it's a bunch of them that's on that picture with him that I showed last night. Like they're gonna go back and they probably will say a few words for him, and they're gonna keep continuing. The show must go on, huh, OG?
It must go on. Ain't nobody gonna stop losing hundreds of thousands of dollars because of one shooting.
OG, a lot of people are tripping off of what happened over there on Burton Street and Christie. A lot of people are trying to understand, and it's right. And I told you when we first talked about this, this is not a $4 million area, but they said it ain't far from where Katt bought his property at. Now, I agree with you that he might have multiple places because his income is good. He's doing good on them shows.
That is the house that he was in. He put them somewhere else. They did not stay in his house. He wasn't that cool with Monique's fat butt. He put her over there on Burton Way with the rest of them, and something happened over there. It didn't happen on his 10 acres of land. Period.
Well, we don't know, OG. All that stuff got to come out. No, all that's got to come out, OG. All that's got to come out.
He snuck out of there early in the morning with Shay Shay. Him and Shay Shay rolled in that Maserati, got up out of there.
Boy, you keep saying that white Maserati, and I keep thinking about that OJ riding in that day truck. Boy, I ain't never seen nobody running like that. Boy, when you running, you running. You don't care who. Listen, you ain't trying to get caught. You ain't trying to stop. And I'm telling you right now, we ain't heard from Katt since this whole thing happened. There's a lot of people, including his brother, who just spoke out on this video that he wants answers. His friend was on this one. His brother was on the one last night. The other partner, he was the one that wanted all the smoke. He basically said, he ready for war. He want war with whoever was involved.
And they all, every one of them.
And that was Gerald Kelly. Gerald Kelly was ready for war, like he said last night.
They all hooping and hollering, trying to get a sound bite on the mics, but they ain't left Baltimore yet.
OG, they'll leave Baltimore in a minute.
Yeah.
They looking for.
Well, come on down.
They want answers, man. They want answers, bro.
Man, the biggest funeral I heard ever seen was a family funeral. So come on down to Mississippi if you want.
I think when I think about this, I've never seen such an atmosphere where it's supposed to be laughter, fun, and jokes, to where it gets so aggressive and people start to get into fights and get into big bickerings. And I heard stories about this stuff, but I thought it would just be, comedians get together, have a good time, ha ha, hee hee. Next thing you know, the show go on. I've heard fights. I've heard all kind of stuff since I've been interviewing these guys. All kind of issues that go through the camps and the people who are getting up. You stole my joke. It's all kind of stuff going on, OG. I never knew that this even existed in the comedian world. I never did.
They some throw it off dudes. They got a lot of built up anxiety and they get it out through comedy, but they some vicious dudes. Don't think just a comedian is just some pushover and you could just say this and this and that. Lavelle, all of them dudes they get active.
Man, but they make you laugh and they do such a good job on the stage, you know what I mean? That you never see it coming. Like, you think everybody getting along just to get along. How you say it's to get along. Everybody having a good time, getting money, you would think, because they get a nice chunk of change from doing them shows, OG. And next thing you know, all hell is breaking loose, man. Everybody's into it in this world. And it's supposed to be laughter. Do you think it's because of the former, the ones who the leaders in this whole situation, anywhere from Steve Harvey to DL to Bruce? Are those the guys supposed to be like the organizers? And Katt Williams said,
it's just the atmosphere, just like we just talked about the Deion Sanders son. You can be so competitive. Everybody's competitive. Now, when somebody comes and steps up on you, sometimes you slap them upside the helmet.
Yeah, they got him cut off the team.
got him cut when he should have thought rational, but he thought he was this guy. And when dude pushed up on him like that, overpowered him, he couldn't take it. So the same way in the comedian world and everything, man, when you get up in there and you throwing this out and you throwing that out and you got this going, and like I remember one time, I can't think of whether it was Hurricane, but no, it's country. I can't think of the dude's name, but he's one of the first ones that said, the first one I heard that said, "You can't make this up," right?
Earthquake?
I think before Earthquake said it, it was this boy named Country something, and I think it was Earthquake that said it after them, and it was a big controversy about him stealing my line.
Okay. What happened?
Didn't nobody get killed, but I'm just saying how people are so competitive on what they say, and they think they own these words.
They think they own the words, man. And so Mississippi is not just ain't a lot going on in Mississippi, but over there by Memphis, them streets in that neighborhood is shocked right now from what happened in that neighborhood, and for it to be these big name people, and they probably didn't even know they were living in that neighborhood or they was over in that neighborhood. People don't be knowing, they right under your nose and you don't even realize it, and all of a sudden this break loose in that whole neighborhood. Now people walking out, man, I didn't even know that person was over there, or I didn't even know this was going on. And it's always quiet in this neighborhood. It usually don't be like that over here. And this is how it ends up rolling out afterwards. But again, OG, until Katt Williams come forward and say something, people are going to assume, people are going to take this thing and run with it. They're not going to sit back and just not acknowledge the fact that these people were under his camp. They're not going to sit back and not acknowledge the fact that this Airbnb was under a business that he owned. They're not going to stop asking questions, talking about it. The family's not going to stop seeking questions as they try to put a process together to bury Carol. They're not going to stop, bro. It ain't stopping.
Let me say this. Me and Katt Williams don't give a damn what y'all talking about.
What?
I ain't got to say nothing. Ain't gonna make me say nothing. And if you want to know what happened, buy a ticket to the next show.
What?
And we'll discuss it.
Are you serious?
That's what I'm telling you. I just got that from Katt's agent.
What? Oh, gee, that don't work like that.
If you want to know anything, get a ticket to the next show and we'll talk about it.
And I'm going to tell you right now, playing like that, OG, playing like that, if he play it that way, it's some people that's done stepped up on the internet like Gerald Kelly that says that they ready to go to war. Know that right there. Know that right there. While you playing like that, Gerald Kelly said, I'm ready to go to war.
He said that yesterday. We told him to get on the radar. He ain't in Mississippi yet.
Oh, but he can be. If you don't come out and say something, or the camp don't come out and do something to respect this man's name.
TikTok, the game is locked, Gerald, and nobody else can play.
Oh, so you saying it's over. Ain't nobody going to say nothing until the show, and if you want to hear about it, come to the show.
Come to the show, because him and Shay and jetted out, ain't even in Mississippi no more.
What?
They done got on that 22 and they out of here.
It's over with. It's over with. OG, so
next time.
Let me ask you this, OG, and as a comedian, and with all this controversy surrounding Katt Williams, now that this is sprung open, would you still go and support his show? Because a lot of people probably not gonna go.
Support, man. Katt Williams, he has some hell of a shows, and even though he do have that fat lady Monique on there.
She's dope, OG. Get the hell out of here by Monique. She is dope. I told you that.
Not funny, worth the
She's
hell.
very funny, and she's on that tour for a reason, because she is funny.
The most funny thing that she do when she get on stage and when she do that part, she take off that wig. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Whatever. She's got a lot of good jokes, a lot of stuff. She say, baby, when she started talking, it's up.
when she show her true self, when she take that hat off her head, that's some funny shit.
Whatever,
But
OG.
Katt is amazing, and he knows how to put things together. But the show will be sold out. It'll be sold out.
Let me tell you something.
Him and Shannon Sharp gonna then be on the stage on the couch, and he's gonna do a lot of telling again.
OG, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be honest with you. He talked about a lot of people on that show when he got on there. He been talking about my boy Ali Sadiq. He talked about Faison. He talked about all of these different people. He talked about this Billy Sorrell guy. He talked about all of these, Cedric Entertainer punching him in the stomach. All of these people. He outed the whole industry. He talked about everybody that his mouth would let him talk about. But now we have not heard a word from this man.
He ain't said a word.
A
he did
word.
all that hooping and hollering on the Shay Shay show. Now he acting like he stepped on a rusty nail. He got lockjaw. He ain't talking.
He ain't talking, and I'm gonna tell you something. People like Gerald Kelly want answers, and people like Billy, is that name Billy, the one that other comedian that keep outing him? They not gonna let this rest, man. He's gonna. I predict that either if he not on the run and somewhere in another country by this weekend, he will be coming out speaking this weekend. I predict that right now on the show. I predict that right now. And I don't care what you say, OG. He'll be speaking out and he going to say, hey, man, I hate this happened. And I had to come out and say something. I know everybody wanting to hear what I got to say. And he going to come out and he going to say something. He going to get this thing cleared up if there ain't no smoke and fire somewhere that attaches him to anything crazy. And I think he'll do it. And the people on the internet will be shut down at that point. Get in the comments, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that Katt Williams will come out? Or do y'all feel like the OJ thing, that he's running, that he's on the run and he's in a white whatever and he's headed out? Maserati. Check it, man. Listen, man. If you're still watching, we've been covering this thing, man. Katt Williams been moving and grooving. We ain't heard from him. Nobody's heard a sign from him. And a lot of people are concerned with what the heck is going on with the camp where he's had the, what is the Make It to Heaven or something about heaven tour, heaven on earth tour. Hey, y'all need to get in the comments. Let me know what y'all thinking. And don't get on here talking about, oh, he was laughing and all. Nobody want to hear that in them comments. This is a situation where people want to understand what the hell is going on, man. Boss Talk 101, man. Download that app. Reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.